spiritual awakening, speeding up the process of awakening. On August 10th, I listened to an online program offered by Jeffrey Hoppe and his wife Linda titled, "Are You Having a Spiritual Awakening?" That was both informative as well as enjoyable to experience. During the program, a listener called in to ask, "Is there any way to speed up the awakening process?" Linda and Jeffrey responded that there wasn't much one could do except to breathe, accept and allow the experience. Although there is much I agree with them about and Jeffrey is highly in tune as a channel, I have to disagree on that specific question. It is possible and we are actually encouraged to speed up the process of awakening. In this article I explained why. Firstly, you can speed up most any process by increasing your awareness and understanding of it and learning the steps involved. Likewise, you can speed up the awakening process by understanding what it's all about. Your understanding reduces your fear, which reduces your resistance and how long you're stuck and increases your willingness and trust. Moreover, knowing the steps involved in the process also speeds it up and makes it much easier. Secondly, Jeffrey mentioned that approximately 100,000 to 250,000 people on this planet are participating in this first wave of spiritual awakening to which the listeners of the show should consider themselves a part of, according to Jeffrey's channeled information. The next wave, which will consist of many more people, will rely on the books that we write, Jeffrey said. Their journeys will be made easier and smoother, he said. Jeffrey's own statement implies that the awakening process can be helped along after all. That was the awakening process is not that easy is also implied. Another listener called in, asking, "How do I let go when I feel the need to do something to have the awakening occur?" The listener felt there was something more he should do. Of course there's more you can do besides gardening work or listening to music. You can't take the steps to reconnect to and integrate with your higher self, which is what catalyzes the spiritual awakening process. My awakening process, helped and supported by the Counsel of Light, happened several years ago. I have to say if it weren't for the Counsel of Light whose messages were relayed to me over the phone by a woman in Vermont who channels them, I would not have survived as well. Imagine all the important people in your life not getting what you're up to and being estranged from them because you are an engineer, a scientist. And what are you doing going off in some crazy direction when you should be bringing in the dough? Imagine your support structure consisting of a group of beings in another dimension, with whom you spoke maybe 2 or 3 times a year. The Counsel of Light told me that what I needed to discover I could not find in any book or manuscript. Find it within. Observe what happens around you. Put it all together in a way that people will understand, and then share it with others, they advised me. At the end of 2003, I began to write a memoir that detailed my reconnecting and integrating process in real time as it was happening. Then in 2009, I wrote a how-to ebook that details the spiritual awakening process step by step and provides a big picture understanding that reduces the fear around the process, including the fear around 2012. Forget first wave. I must have been on the zero wave. You're not going to find channel sources in other dimensions detailing the awakening process for us on this planet, because how would they know what it's like? It's not them doing the awakening. They're not here to experience it, and they even admit they lack the details. And also, there are aspects this time around that haven't been experienced before anywhere. By the way, awakening isn't just about knowing something on an intellectual level, although that helps, but about you fulfilling your higher self's original purpose, your unique contribution that will help create the new world. Your soul's purpose is much bigger than what your mind thinks it is. In any case, as we're getting close to 2012, a milestone for humanity's evolution, and things are getting more and more uncomfortable on this planet, many are motivated to look for ways to speed up the spiritual awakening process. I can assure you that this process can be made smoother and easier by learning from the experience of someone who has something to say on this topic.